we move on to the second video. So the second video will be explaining the second part of the lecture, that is the significance and the importance of socialization. Okay, significance and the importance of socialization. So first thing first, you have to understand, okay, why socialization process is important in shaping human behavior. So sociologists, they are so obsessed in stating that you are the product of nurture, you are the product of learning, not biologically determined. So we need, in order for them to say that, yeah, in order for them to support their theory, we need to have evidence. But the thing is, what are the evidence? So before I show you the evidence, okay, some of their evidence or some of their findings or some of their case study, let's just think about our movie. Okay, let's just think about movies. That's one, Jungle Book. Sorry, this one is Tarzan. Okay, Jungle Book. Well, this one is not a movie, guys. This is a real picture, but I just want to put it here. So what can you say about their characteristic? They are human like you, right? They have eyes, they have nose, they have mouth, a mouth basically. They have they also they look like you. Okay, they look like you, but if you can see here, all right, they don't behave like you. What does it mean? The way they communicate, they don't communicate the way like you. The way they walk, as you can see here, they walk all on four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the way they eat, the way they sleep, right? Their manner, for example, type of manner, or potty training, for example, or even etiquette, not the same like you. So what can we say from this? We can say that these are what we call social skills. When you communicate, okay, with your parents, you learn through the process of mimicking. You mimic, you copy. Okay, you copy whose behavior? Your parents. Okay, so parents, they are your role model. Where? At home, when you were very tiny, when you were very cute, when you were small. Anyways, so what does this mean? It means that social skills, okay, it is learned through the process of socialization and not biologically determined. All right, so in order for you to become an effective members of the society, see, I'm using the word effective members of the society. So you need to learn what the society want. So these social skills, okay, these skills are needed in the society. So how can you acquire this? You acquire this, you learn this at home. Okay, so what do we call that? We call that primary socialization. Socialization, process of learning that happen at home. That's the first stage. So that's why it is called primary. Very important stage, very crucial stage. This is where you are being shaped into becoming an effective members of the society. Okay, so the question now is, if you receive, or if individuals receive inadequate socialization or lack of proper socialization, then what happened to them? So what do we call them? So these are the example, okay, of individuals who don't, okay, receive adequate enough socialization. So they behave differently than you. So how do they behave? They behave differently. So what do we call them? We call them feral children. So what is feral children then? Feral children are children who have little or no social contact. Can you see the word here, social contact? Why we use the word social? Remember, human being, they are social, individuals. They communicate, they need each other, right? In terms of communication, how they learn to behave. Why? That's why it is a product of nature with human being, especially during their early years. So during the early years, okay, these are considered to be the most crucial time for individuals to, right, learn the norms and values of the society. Now, let's just give you an example. So just now I used the movie, but bear in mind that you cannot use movie in your essay because that is not factual, that is fiction. Okay, so what is or what are your evidence? So here I just gave you 3 example. So Gini is a very famous example used in sociology, especially the CIE textbook. Okay, CIE's textbook, Cambridge International Examiner textbook. It mentioned Genie. So what does it mean? It means that you have to understand Genie's case study very properly. Okay, so what's so interesting about Genie is that she was locked in a room, okay, until she was 18 years old. So what happened to her after she was discovered? She was severely malnourished and completely lack of language and other social skills. Interesting. Can you see here? Social skills. What are the other social skills? Communication. What are other social skills? The way they walk. The way she walk. What are other social skills? Potty training, table manner, and other types of social skills. Okay? And now, Kingsley Davis. Okay, Kingsley Davis, he is a functionalist. He has a case study. He studied Anna and Isabel. So he followed and he studied Anna and Isabel. Anna and Isabel was founded after 6 years being kept or locked in an attic. So based on his research, he found out that okay, because of this exclusion or seclusion, right, they completely lack language. They didn't know how to communicate. They just grunt, okay, and they lack other social skills such as communication, such as the way to walk, table manner, how to eat properly, how to communicate with others properly. So only after they were discovered, then they learn gradually, okay, slowly, okay, how to become an effective members of society. But the progress was not as fast in comparison to those who have early social contact, early primary socialization or educate primary socialization. And last but not least, Oksana Malaya. So she's interesting. Why so interesting? Because she was raised by animal. Okay. 1, 2, they were only being locked in a place which had no social contact, limited social contact basically. But for Oksana, okay, she spent early of her years, okay, with animals, okay, dogs. So how did he communicate? How did he eat, for example? She mimicked the dog's behavior in order to survive. So from here, we can say that her primary socialization, her role model, okay, is or was the dogs. So that is why she mimicked the dog's behavior. So she mimicked. So mimic means learn the dog's behavior in order to survive. So our conclusion for this slide, although nature is important, okay, social skills, okay, still a product of nature. So it means that 1 example, 2 example, 3 for example show you that although nature is important, but nature is also important too. So for our conclusion here, we can say that to become social being, nature and nurture, both of this play a very important role in shaping your behavior. Now, this is your task, guys. Students' activity. What you should do, I want you to research about Plowman study, twin study. This will be used to criticize the previous point. Okay, only A-star students, only good students will definitely be proactive and study this Robert Plowman twin study. Okay, so I believe that you guys are the potential A-star, and I believe that inshallah you will research about Robert Plowman twin study. Okay, so next video inshallah we'll discuss about the part 3, the types of socialization. Okay, thank you.